Hey Psych-Doers, welcome back to another video. Are you bisexual? Do you know what it means? There are so many stereotypes and stigmas surrounding bisexuality that you might find yourself even more confused and conflicted about what it really means. So, Psych2Go presents what it means to be bisexual. Before we start, we would like to mention that the points that are made here are based on references. Descriptions and experiences can vary from person to person. Number 1, attraction to more than one gender. Bisexuality means being attracted to more than one sex or gender. However, many others might also include an attraction to different genders, such as those who identify as pansexual, fluid, or omnisexual in their definition of bisexuality. The symbol bi plus provides a wider inclusion for these groups of people. Number 2, coming out is challenging. Coming out to reveal your true identity to the people you love, especially when you don't know how they'll react, can be a difficult and challenging experience. Sometimes many may even avoid coming out altogether in fear of judgment and rejection from their loved ones. A 2013 study had found that 24% of bisexual people reported that they had never told anyone about their sexual orientation, which was comparatively higher than the 4 to 6% of lesbian and gay respondents who reported not having shared their truth. Number 3, being seen as untrustworthy. As we've mentioned before, bisexuality involves being attracted to more than one sex or gender. However, because of this, many people who are biphobic tend to assume that it means that bisexual people are not reliable partners in a relationship. For instance, they may believe that bisexual people are more selfish, likely to cheat, and likely to get identity confusion. Unfortunately, these suspicions and stigmas about them often end up making many bisexuals feel rejected, lonely, and isolated from other people. Number 4, prone to poor health outcomes. Did you know that bisexual people have a high probability of getting depressed due to the stigma and stereotypes that surround the topic of bisexuality? Many in the bisexual community often feel discouraged, isolated, and depressed. This can have a large and negative impact on their mental and even physical well-being. To make the matters worse, many may end up worried about being judged by their healthcare providers and end up refusing to seek any help at all. Number 5, it's not short-term. Do you think that your sexual orientation will change over time? A study observed a group of women over a period of 10 years to see if their sexual orientation changed in that time. At first, all 79 of the participants had identified themselves as either unlabeled, bisexual, or lesbian. By the end of the study, most of those who identified as bisexual continued to identify as such, while just a few continued to identify as lesbians or heterosexual. Number 6, there is no confusion. There are many misconceptions out there about bisexuality. For example, many heterosexuals often view bisexuals as people who are just confused and undecided. Some in the lesbian and gay communities have also admitted to thinking that bisexuality doesn't actually exist and that they would not accept this in-between type of sexual orientation. But bisexuality is a valid sexual orientation, and those who identify as such know themselves and their preferences better than anyone else. Have you learned something new about bisexuality that you didn't know before? Let us know in the comments